put my shit myself. I really think so. I really think Braun Breaker, to keep it a buck with y'all, bro, I really think Braun Breaker is a better NXT champion, bro. Real shit. A huge, way better NXT champion, bro. And Hangman Adam Page, bro. Bro, I've been telling niggas this, bro. Like, the way how he pushes himself, the way how he moves his body. Braun Breaker is a better NXT champion than Hangman's Page AEW World Champion. You know why? Because he looked like a real champion. He sounded like a real champion. He sounded more believable. He walked more believable. He had more credible. I'm not saying he had less credible opponents, but he had the same amount of people who pushed him to the limit. But let's be honest, he's still the champion. Hangman is not the champion. But let me tell you something who I think is way better. Here's what I think is way better. Here's what I think is way better. Why I think Braun Breaker's NXT Championship run was better than Hangman's Adam Championship run? Because he didn't have to cut realistic promos to get over. Braun cut scripted promos. Braun stuck under himself underneath the cabinet. He didn't use his daddy's name. He didn't put himself under the rug. Hangman started to use verbal language. Hangman went on to face mid-carders. He felt like a mid-card champion. He felt like a mid-card champion. He even felt bigger than the TNT championship. Braun feels like a world champion. He looks like a world champion. Hangman is just, he was like a placeholder. Like, he had a hard time going through Cole, like every single match. Cole always looked like he was going to win every single match. It looked like Cole was going to legit beat him. Cole was like in 3 out of 3 matches. Bro, when Moxley, even when Bryan took him to the limit, he had great, decent matches. But I just think Braun had the better title range, if you ask me. Braun just looked believable. He sounded believable. Hangman sound good, but he wasn't booked like a world champ. He was booked like a mid-card champion. He even booked, like, Dang wasn't even booked Braun Stronger. He wasn't even booked like Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker built like a world champion. He wrestled like a world champion. Triple H and Vince booked him like a world champion. Tony Khan did not book Hangman as world champion. They booked Hangman as, which can I describe him? I can't compare him to Kofi Kingston in 2019. That's a disrespect. Not even Daniel Bryan. I want to compare him to AJ Styles in 2018, but there's a difference. Styles faced Joe. He faced Nakamura. He faced, who else he faced? He faced Sting there. But like, those are his 2 best opponents as a babyface on SmackDown, that championship. When he won it against Mahal in 2017. That was his best babyface run as a world champion on SmackDown. Admit to that, I can't even compare it to that. I'm trying to compare it to, I could compare it to the Roman Reigns Universal Championship run. That's how terrible it was. The first babyface Roman Reigns is like comparing it to Seth Rollins' Universal Championship run. That's how it feel like. That's how bad it was. His shit was so terrible. He made Finn Balor even worse when he lost that shit a bad arm. He made Kevin Owens look stupid. He's the worst AEW World Champion, and I don't want to see him ever again hold that championship. I don't want. Well, how he booked? Never again. I don't want to see him hold that championship ever. Like, period. And Braun hold that. Braun hold NXT championship and took it from Ciampa in February. That kid walked his ass off into main roster material. That's like a double, triple crown winner. And you can't. And he was going to end up like Kofi Kingston. I know he was going to end up like Kofi Kingston. I know CM Punk was going to be Brock, but he wasn't going to squash him. I know CM Punk was going to bury him. You know? I never said he was going to squash him. He pushed him, the kid to the limit, but the kid lose, and they gave him Kofi Kingston. It was supposed to be like Kofi Kingston, man. But it's like, you ran into CM Punk, who politic his way. That was like Goldberg versus The Fiend, basically. He politic his way to put himself over. That was selfish. Just like he lose only to fight for a New Japan title. Like Braun Breaker is a better NXT champion, and Hangman is a better AEW World Champion. That's all I'm telling people, bro. The way how he carries himself, the way how he moves his body, he moves like a guy who's ready to be Wardlow. And they use Wardlow they're gonna use him as Ryback. They're gonna push him as Goldberg when he got into there and they don't give him the belt. They push Wardlow as a mid-carder. So here's what I'm saying here, Braun said then. Push him as Big Show and get IC title. So here's what I'm telling you. I'm saying this. I don't care what nobody say. Care what none of y'all say. Braun Breaker is a better NXT champion than Hangman Page as a AEW World Champion. That's all I'm saying. I'm finished, bro. Real shit. I don't got nothing to say to people, bro. Y'all make it feel like Braun Breaker is not better than Hangman Page. I think so. I'm not gonna debate on Breaker and Page. Nigga, Breaker, Braun Breaker he actually beat Ciampa. Who did Hangman beat? Oh, Kenny. Yeah, Kenny was good, but bro, after Kenny, he fell off. He gave Lance Archer a chance. He didn't felt like a world champion. He felt like a TNT champion. He didn't walk like a world champion. It was guys who made him feel special. He got over because Danielson got him over. He had an hour match. It wasn't for Danielson. Hangman had a joke. Danielson is the biggest savior of that title run. You can even say Bryan Danielson saved him and made him the main event he's supposed to be. He needed CM Punk because he needed recognition. He's never should be. I don't want to see him near it ever again until he needs to go full flesh heel. That nigga suck. Like, how can you have Logan freaking Paul, right? Do a better fling shot leg, what do they call it? Over the top rope, Larian through the ropes, over the top rope. He did way better Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Logan Paul is a way better wrestler than Hangman Adam Page. Way better. Way freaking better. Shit, you could really say he'd have took Danielson to set limit. He took Page on that Dynamite. Logan Paul out wrestled that whole AEW roster. He can out wrestle everybody in the world. That's how good he is. I'm not going to debate. Logan Paul is better than Hangman. Logan Paul's the real deal. Logan Paul should be the WWE champion. Logan Paul should be the U.S. champion. He should be the United States champion. He should go against Rollins at the Rumble next year. Then you gotta have Jake against Gunther. Jake gonna pull up. And here's what I would do. I would have Jake Paul, Logan Paul, challenge the Usos next year for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions. Now have the Paul brothers go over in Hollywood. I will legit have Logan Paul and Jake Paul win the titles in Hollywood. That would be funny, and that would be a WrestleMania when you have two outside. You finally have the Paul brothers as champions. I will book that match any day. The Paul brothers versus the Usos is gonna happen. Triple H gonna make it happen. I will make it happen in blood. I would make them steal the damn show. Shit. You can even say have Sikoa and Sammy is a manipulation tactic to get Sammy to side with Sikoa. So he's not gonna be no damn motherfucking Owens and Sammy. Realistically, I'm gonna be a buck. It's gonna be Sammy and Sikoa. Sammy Sikoa versus the Usos. That's what I'm telling you. Ain't no damn Sammy and Kevin. Stop dreaming. This is not a movie, y'all. Sammy and Sikoa, it only in the bloodline. KO was shot. That don't mean joining in. But Sammy gonna turn on the tribal chief, and he made his career more obnoxious. No, it's gonna be Sikoa and Sammy against Jimmy and Jay. Fuck you talking about? Watch the program, nigga. Fuck you! Don't you see what's going on in front of your very eyes? You blind? It's gonna have it's gonna have a grudge match. It's gonna be a grudge match at Royal Rumble. If Sami Zayn wins, he will get to be Sammy Uso. If Jey Uso lose, he gets kicked out of the bloodline. That's the stipulation you need to have at the Royal Rumble. If Sami Zayn also wins, he gets to challenge for Roman Reigns' title. So that's what I'm thinking. But that's what I say. I say Braun Breaker is a better NXT champion than Hangman Adam Page. That's my statistic. My statistic. You know what I'm saying?